Welcome back to the Crypto's Key Conversation. We're going to quickly jump into CoinGecko here. We're currently sitting at a $2.08 trillion market cap, currently down 0.3%. Looking at the top 10 here, Bitcoin sitting at 44,194, Ethereum sitting at 3,116, Tether is Tether, Binance Coin sitting at 410, XRP sitting at 84 cents, Cardano sitting at $1.17, Solana sitting at 112, Polkadot sitting at $21, and Terra sitting at $57. Looking at the top gainers over a 24-hour period, we have a 41.5% gain from Leo token and so on. There's some decent gainers here. Coming over here to the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, as we talked about in our earlier video, we're finally out of this fear and extreme fear range. So we're hovering in this neutral range now, which is quite refreshing. Granted where we've been. Who knows? There's still a lot of uncertainty in the market. Obviously, we have CPI finding data coming out here soon. So if that's inflation percentage is higher than they're expecting, we can anticipate, in our March Fed meeting that they may come out with, some interest rate hikes to kind of combat inflation. Or if it does come out to where it is where they determine it to be out and it's not as bad and they can take a more dovish approach, they may kick the can further down the road. So who knows what's going to happen. And, whatever Jerome Powell and the Fed come out with is definitely going to have, some sort of effect on the market, whether it's good or bad. So just kind of a waiting game to see what happens. Coming over here to CNBC, we have the S&P 500 up 0.84%, and then the Nasdaq's up 1.28%. Looking at crypto, Ethereum down 1.48%. Obviously, we've had a run, so we're going to have some sell-off, people kind of taking profit and stuff. But as a market as a whole, we have a lot more positivity, especially being in that neutral range, which is quite refreshing to see. Coming over here, this is a tweet from the Bitcoin or the BTC archive. It says, breaking, U.S. has seized 3.6 billion Bitcoin stolen in the 2016 Bitfinex hack after the arrest of 2 people. So coming over here, the Blockworks had put up an article covering this 3.6 billion stolen in Bitcoin. It says the individuals allegedly conspired to launder 120,000 Bitcoins that were stolen from the platform after a hacker breached the systems and made over 2,000 unauthorized transactions. So coming down here, we have a 34-year-old male and then a 31-year-old woman, which is, they're quite young. It says if convicted, both crimes can carry a total maximum sentence of 25 years. So, there goes half of their life right there. So it says, here's a quote. It says, in a futile effort to maintain digital autonomy, the defendants laundered stolen funds through a labyrinth of cryptocurrency transactions. Thanks to the meticulous work of law enforcement, the department once again showed how it can and will follow the money, no matter what form it takes. So quite honestly, it's damn near impossible to hide, shadiness and hide when it comes to the blockchain. They can track everything. You can see where, Bitcoin or whatever other digital asset is going from what wallet to what wallet, and they can just track that. And it's just a matter of time before they catch up to you. So obviously this is huge, that they recovered some stolen funds. Who knows what they're going to do with it, but that's massive news right there. It could be good or bad depending on how you take it, but the blockchain is there and everything's quite evident. On-chain data is a mofo. So coming over here, the Blockworks, some positives. It says recent Bitcoin news. KPMG buys Bitcoin. So we talked about that Canadian company that ended up putting Bitcoin and Ethereum, they said, on their balance sheets. Obviously, we don't know how much, but it's huge that, that adoption and awareness has been put there. U.S. Senator buys Bitcoin. NASDAQ approves Bitcoin miners ETF. Fidelity, Bitcoin is a superior form of money. And then the Arizona Senator wants to make Bitcoin legal tender. So we covered all these things, but this is just another positive look as to, what we've accomplished as of recent. And then this list is so much more massive if they were to put everything that we've accomplished since, 2021 and just in general up until this point. So this is a lot of positives. Coming over here, Blockworks also tweets, just in, Colombia registers first ever real estate purchase with Bitcoin. So this is absolutely awesome. And they're referencing Bitcoin news. So that's huge. Utilizing digital assets for, real estate purchases. That's huge. Coming over here, UFC champ, Bitcoin is better than bank, decentralized, permissionless, and inflation free. So, just more awareness, more positivity. There's millions of people that, probably like this individual here. They look up to this individual. So this person coming out, stepping up, kind of telling them about, their exposure to Bitcoin in the crypto market is absolutely massive, because those millions of people are going to see that, and they're going to gain more confidence in this space, and they're going to kind of dabble in and dip their toes in the water and kind of get a feel for what our space has to offer. And it's just a matter of time before they really start diving full deep in, and they're just like the rest of us. Coming over here, another one. So this is huge. It says, this is from ARK Invest. The money revolution, Bitcoin. The financial revolution, DeFi. The internet revolution, Web3. This is from quote ARK Invest. So this is absolutely massive, and that's the truth. I might even make that my thumbnail. Coming over here, crypto Super Bowl ads likely to pike enough interest to attract new consumers, expert says. So we talked about how these blockchain companies have so much money, well, a lot of them have so much money to throw this money at, AdSense, and to put their ads into, the Super Bowl, which in turn exposes our market and their project in general, but the entire crypto market, to millions and millions of people. Yeah, I guess the 30-second slot based off our Google search, a 30-second slot for a Super Bowl ad is, roughly $5.5 million as of 2021. So they're going to be paying a good amount of money, but $5.5 million is pennies to a lot of these huge, like the Binances, and then the, just the massive platforms and projects out there that have so much money to throw around and kind of get their project and the crypto market out there. So I absolutely agree. It's going to, once the everyday consumer sees these ads, and they've been seeing it with crypto.com and all these other platforms, FTX and all this stuff, they've been seeing it. So once they get, their eyes on it more and more, and it kind of, the more they see it, the more comfortable and aware they are going to be of it. So once they get comfortable, just like I said, they're going to start, I'm curious about this. Let me learn more about this. And then they start dipping their toes in. And now we have all these other platforms from, Cash App and, PayPal and all these other platforms that allow their consumers or their customers to utilize their apps, their payment apps, to, get more into crypto. And perfect example, even the platform Coinbase, a simple, platform, makes it easy for them to learn about crypto, and they can earn crypto, and then they can, have a bank transfer, to that platform, and get into those digital assets that they have available on that platform. It's very streamlined and very easy. So once that happens, they really start becoming more comfortable, and they want to expand out and kind of swim further out into the deep end to learn what crypto has to offer in every sector when it comes to crypto market, not just purchasing, certain digital assets, but learning about DeFi, learning about NFTs and metaverse and so on. There's so much that the crypto space has to offer, and there's millions of people just sitting on the sidelines, just most of them unaware, uneducated, maybe know about Bitcoin and Ethereum, but really don't know anything. They don't trust it. They don't have faith in it. So once it happens, once they're more and more exposed to it, and it's literally just driven in their brain, it's going to bring them in, and that brings in more money to the space, which grows the space. Coming over here talking more about Super Bowl stuff, Bud Light Super Bowl ad includes Nouns Ethereum NFT imagery. So coming down here, you have, as expected, the beer's brand Super Bowl commercial showcases Nouns glasses after Bud Light's acquired a Nouns NFT. So that's absolutely massive. So obviously NFTs have been huge when it comes to just exposure to the mainstream. I mean, you have major celebrities and big players in the industry that have really been riding this NFT train hard, and you have the PFPs on their social media accounts and all this stuff going on. So NFTs have been massive, and it's still early. Last time we covered NFTs, it was at like a 12 billion market cap for NFTs or something like that, and this is super early. NFTs have a lot to offer, so now you have like the DAOs and all these. Obviously we're talking about DAOs, but like obviously you have DAOs and stuff that allows not everyone can afford a Bored Ape or a CryptoPunk. So now you have DAOs that acquire them and have it in their, their vaults. So you have, the so-called DAO holders have a certain cut of what, NFT artwork or pieces or projects that you have within your vault, which allows everyone to have a chance to get in. It's absolutely massive. So speaking of DAOs, we're coming down here. It says, in brief, Noun glasses from the Nouns NFT project will show up in the Bud Light commercial that will run during the Super Bowl. The beer brand was given a Nouns as part of a partnership with the Nouns DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, which passed a proposal via community vote to execute the agreement. So coming down here just to talk about it, it says, right here. So it says the NFT was purchased by the Nouns Foundation for 127 ETH, about $394,000 for an NFT, and gifted to Bud Light following a proposal that Nouns owners voted on and successfully passed in January. So that's absolutely massive. That's huge, huge exposure for that specific sector within the crypto market, but in overall, huge exposure for the crypto market in general. So that's a lot of positivity. There's going to be so much money thrown at these Super Bowl ads, and you're going to see crypto projects, crypto platforms thrown on that. I mean, they're probably going to have majority of those ad spots covered because they have the money to throw at it, which is absolutely massive for our entire space. So I wanted to end on this. AVAX, if you're a huge AVAX fan, this is huge. So Ethereum competitor Avalanche, AVAX, surpasses, what is this, 10 billion? Or is it, excuse me, yeah, 10 billion in total value locked up, which is absolutely massive. Oh, right here, yeah, 10.48 billion, excuse me. So that's absolutely massive. So Avalanche has just been on a tear, for the past year, which is absolutely huge. So that's a positive, little article here. And if you're a huge AVAX fan, obviously I have some Avalanche myself. So this is huge to see. I just kind of wanted to throw out, what I felt about the market. Obviously, there's been a lot of positivity as of late. Let me go ahead and come back to the main thing here. Yeah, there's been a lot of positivity as of late, to see, Bitcoin up like this. Past 7 days up 14.6%. It's absolutely massive, and it's been just kind of trickling down within the rest of the market as well. So to see this positivity and optimism kick in, and to see us finally get out of this fear and extreme fear range is huge. So it's just a waiting game to see what the CPI, Jerome Powell, and the Fed are going to do in regards to inflation and their plan of attack there, because obviously what they decide is definitely going to affect the market. So we'll see if we hold strong. With all that being said, you stay strong out there and be safe.